pack your things and get out of my house. She was actually causing me to lose my pregnancy. I froze. And all I could say that day was, this is wickedness. This is, trust my hormones to go into overdrive. I started crying. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, this is wickedness. And immediately I do that, she goes, actually, there's something I would like to tell you. And I'm like, what's that? And she says, I got engaged yesterday. Full and running over. Yes. So then she places the wrong cover. She didn't take her time to sort out each takeaway to their different covers. So she takes the wrong cover and places it on top of the bowl of soup that is already full. Then the wrong cover now enters into the soup and rests inside the soup. Then she places another full bowl on top of that, which of course slides. Then that was what she did to about 5 bowls of soup. And in a freezer that I have spent over 4 hours cleaning. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rose. So nice to have you guys back here, and thank you for joining me for today's discussion. Today I want to do like a story, but it's actually sharing, experiences that have been happening with me recently or for a while now. Let me take you guys down memory lanes. But before I start, kindly like this video, watch it to the end, don't skip no parts. Subscribe and share. Thank you guys so much. Okay, what is going on with our domestic helps? I just really have to ask, because I don't know if I'm just the one experiencing this. I've been going through a lot, I've been going through a lot. So I just want to know what exactly is going on. I want to find out if there's something I'm doing wrong, and also to find out if there's something I can do better so that I can improve my situation. Now let me start by saying, I don't treat my domestic staff or my maids or my help or whatever name you refer to them as, I don't treat them as helps per se. I make them feel like a part of the family. The reason for doing this is I have young kids. There are times, it's not something I would normally do, but it happens. There are times when I have to rush off for a teen or two, and I have to leave my kids, in the care of these people. Not for long hours, but there are times. We are mothers, we know these things happen. So I don't want my children to get abused or beaten or whatever. If they feel like they are members of the family, then I feel it will be a little bit harder to hurt them. But from experience, from what I've seen, the terrible things I've seen going on online, and what I've experienced myself personally, I don't think that is the case. In short, I have come to the realization that there is absolutely nothing on the surface of this earth that you would do for these people, in quote. I say these people because it's what it is. I mean, there is literally nothing you do for them that will ever be good enough. Some people are lucky, some are just not. I'm not one of the lucky ones, because from the moment they come into my house, like, I'm trying to make their stay comfortable. I get their toiletries, I get clothes for them, I get undies, bras, pants, just trying to make sure that they feel comfortable. The ones that don't, on Sunday, that want to go to church, that insist, some of them come insisting that they'll go to their own churches. We make funds available for transportation every Sunday. That is apart from the salary. We give money for recharge cards, and we pay very well. And I run a business, a juicing business. So when they help with, I don't say you're my help, you're supposed to do this. No, I still add something on top of the salary. So that's why I'm asking. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because it's been one problem or the other. Now let me just take you guys, let me just go give you like the most recent, the last few cases. Maybe let me digress 4 cases ago, because there's no need starting from the beginning. Personally, I don't even like help. But when I had my first baby, my husband kept saying we should get help, and I refused. And I did everything on my own for about 5 months. And I don't know why I give birth to really clingy babies. Like, they will literally not let go of me. I have to be holding them 24/7, So on this particular day, I was trying to prepare food and I was holding my daughter. She was about 5 months, 4 or 5 months, and I was holding her, and she actually slipped from my hand and was falling, but I was able to grab her just before she reached the floor. And when my husband heard of it, he was like, absolutely not, we must get somebody. And it was then I kind of caved and agreed. So we got some, and the girl was really hands-on. That was around the coronavirus period, so she was very hands-on, helping around the house. I wouldn't even lie, I learned things from her. She actually taught me things, I loved the way she folded my baby's clothes. Till date, I still use that method. She was very hands-on. But I noticed that those that are capable, it comes with a catch. You literally cannot tell them what to do when they know what to do. So the problem I had with that one, she stayed with me for about 5 months. The whole reason of even working with me in the first place was because of coronavirus. She didn't want to travel to the village. She just wanted to stay somewhere and making funds. She was previously working in a boutique, so she was just looking for somewhere to stay. So the lady who cleans for my sister now hooked us up, and that was how she started working. So when the coronavirus was over, the lady who she was working for was already calling her to come and resume, and she didn't know how to say she wanted to go and all that. So I guess she started misbehaving so that we will send her away. So that was that situation. But she was very hands-on. All the while she stayed with me, I think I just had issues with her maybe 2 or 3 times, and the issues were basically because she would not take correction. So that's that. Then it's been one thing or the other. So fast forward to my second daughter. When I was pregnant, I had a maid they brought for me. She just literally stayed 3 days, and I had to beg her to go because she was actually causing me to lose my pregnancy. I would clean up after her. She doesn't know what cleaning is. I wake up, I'm doing things around the house, trying to prepare my daughter for school. She's sleeping, and she would actually wake up after I'm done, because I want to, when they come, as for some people say tell them what to do, I want to see what the person's capacity is so that I will know where to correct. So the first day she came, I have woken up, you should wake up at so and so time and help out. The second day I have repeated, how long do I keep doing that? Then I bend over my freezer, trying to clean out my freezer, clear out old foods and all that. And my freezer was so blocked after switching it off for about 2 days. And I needed to clean it out so that my food didn't start, going bad. We don't start going bad. And I actually used the hammer to break the ice. That was how serious. I bent over the freezer doing that. She was there, but I couldn't send her, how to do that. But I've already seen that she's not a hard-working person, you get. So after cleaning out for about 2 hours, I made soups. I went to the market that day, so I made about 2 or 3 different soups. I told her I wanted to feed my daughter, so I showed her what to do. Brought out the takeaway plate. Just dish into the takeaway plate. Don't fill it up. Cover it, and But it would just take me about 7 minutes to feed my daughter. And by the time I was done, and I came to the kitchen, she was done packing the soup. It was egusi soup. I remember the particular one she packed that it was egusi soup. And I was like, you are done already. She said yes. I was like, okay. But something just said check. So I went, opened my freezer, and lo and behold, I froze. And all I could say that day was, this is wickedness. This is, trust my hormones to go into overdrive. I started crying. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, this is wickedness. She literally, let me explain what she did. So she filled each takeaway plate to the brim. Yes, so when I say to the brim, I mean full and running over. Yes. So then she places the wrong cover. She didn't take her time to sort out each takeaway to their different covers. So she takes the wrong cover and places it on top of the bowl of soup that is already full. Then the wrong cover now enters into the soup and rests inside the soup. Then she places another full bowl on top of that, which of course slides. Then that was what she did to about 5 bowls of soup. And in a freezer that I have spent over 4 hours cleaning. I started crying. My husband came, what is this and all that. Of course, I had to clean out the fridge again. So it was a lot for me at some point. My body started bringing out what they call show, at about 18 weeks pregnant. And my matron had to advise me to go to the hospital so I don't lose my baby. And it was at that point I had begged the girl, to leave. That was that. Then, okay, down the line, they now brought someone for us. The girl seemed nice. She told us she was supposed to go to school the next year. And we said, that's no problem at all. They brought her in May, yes, beginning of May. This was last year. They brought her in May. So she came and she was really hardworking, You have to correct them here and there, but she takes corrections very well. And, she like I always say, she was not a maid. She was family. That was how she was family, actually. There's nowhere we go, we don't take her to. There's nothing I'll buy for my daughter that she wouldn't get as well. So, and that was how we're living. We thought everything was good. We had visitors come over and stay a while. And in the short period they were here, we actually increased her salary, just to make her feel happy and not to feel like the work she was doing was too much. She came in May. I was due to give birth in September. And out of the blues, one day, let me tell you how close we were. We were so close, I would make her hair. Shelly, this is funny enough. You look like one of my auntie Wenwa. Let me see your front. Hey. Like by myself, I'll make her hair for her. I would she would come to my room, dance, we gist. I treated her like my friend. So that was it. And out of the blues, one day, that very day, she was even in my room just gisting me generally about, and she just comes up in the evening and tells us that her dad sent for her, that she's supposed to come and write university entrance exams. And then by the next day, she was already hounding us. She needs to go. My husband said, you just told us, give us at least 1 or 2 days. Let's try and see if we can get it, because it was not a time to leave me. Mind you, this time she's leaving was in September. It was barely a week to when I gave birth. Yes, September 5th or 6th. I gave birth on September 15th, right? I think so. So it was barely a week before I would give birth. So my husband said, why not, just give us like a day or 2 or a week. Let's put things in order. We were in the room here. Myself and my husband were in the room when we heard the front door open. and my husband went to check, and he didn't want to believe what was going on. So he called the security man and said, did she just pass there? And the security man said yes, that she left. That was it. This is somebody, I can't say the things I bought for this girl. Then you see I change my hairstyle from time to time. I don't like carrying one hair for too long. I'm very dynamic when it comes to my hair. Today I take it low, tomorrow whatever. So because of that, I have a lot of wigs. Right now I have just about 3 weeks. So in most of my videos you might be seeing me wearing the same wigs over and over. That is because I ended up giving this particular girl about 10 of my wigs. I said since she was starting school, so she will be a normal gay in school and all that. So about 10 different, I'm not talking hairs that I want to throw away. I'm not talking hairs I'm talking really expensive hairs and really decent hairs. Not that they are old and I don't want them again. No. So clothes, buy things for her and all that. So that one really shook my whole, like, I don't understand. Like, so that was when we actually came to the realization that there is nothing. I've said myself, I normally do like, soul searching from time to time to get like, what is really going wrong, or what am I really doing wrong? I have said myself, and I can't think of even one. Even when I want to correct, when they do things that are wrong, I don't scream. I don't, I don't raise my voice. I try to be as calm as possible, and I prefer, I think when you reason with somebody, you don't just tell the person, don't do this. You get? If you just tell someone, don't do this, you're not giving a reason, so they might actually try it. So when I correct, I always say, don't do this because this. And then I literally start explaining, sometimes even with scientific reasoning, and back up, trying to tell the person, this is the reason, because this cause and effect and all that. So no matter what I have done, it's been one story or the other. Okay, after that, we got somebody, we were very okay. I think in one of my videos, I even posted her in one of my videos when she was cooking in the morning and did something like this in the video. We didn't have any problem with her at all. One day she just came, told us that her grandma died, and she was, and we felt for her. Even the grandma, we gave her some things for the grandma, resource, because she said when time she travels, recent time travel, she always talked about the grandma. So we gave her things, to give the grandmom and stuff. And that was how she left. And my husband actually told her, you will not take your clothes until you get us somebody that will stand in, like a stopgap. When you come, when you come back, the person can go. And she said, okay, and she left. Then the next thing, the person who she supposedly got comes with, the person who she was calling her auntie ended up coming with somebody to bring for us. And when the lady comes, the lady is talking about commission, and we're like, we don't understand what is going on. The plan is just for her to stay in the interim until this girl is back. And the woman goes, she doesn't think she's coming back, how these girls behave, blah 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 and stuff. And it's always a situation of lies piled on. They can't even help it. Do you get? We don't give you any reason. Like the kind of person I am, there is literally nothing this my 2 ears cannot hear. That's who I am. So you can actually come to me and tell me, this is the situation, this is what is going on. I give them that leeway. When you come, if there's something that is going on, a way you are talked so you don't like it, let me know. I prefer transparency. I want to know how the person who is working with me is faring at all times. And I can't know those things if I'm not told. And I give leeway for that. I want to know, what's going on. I want to know what's happening. So it was when that lady came and brought the new person and started asking for her agency commission. That was when we even knew that this said person was not even coming back. And we were left in shock. The new person they brought came, stayed with us for about 6 months, and then she got engaged. We were so happy for her. But from the day she got from the very day she got, As at the day she got engaged, I didn't know yet that she was engaged, but she did something. She helped me zip. She zipped my cloth up, really hard, and actually spoiled the zip. And I was lamenting because that cloth had given me stress. I was supposed to wear the cloth for a funeral. So, and I was lamenting and lamenting, like, why didn't you take it easy? Why didn't you? And she just kept a very stone cold face. No apologies, no remorse, nothing. And I sent her to the tailor, go and, even the tailor called and was apologizing that whoever zipped the cloth, used force, and it was the same zip, she just fixed it. So, because we gave it to her to change, and she's like, she didn't even need to change it. It's the same, it's the same cloth and the same zip, and she just, adjusted it and all that. So, when she came back with the cloth, I told her, I don't think it's nice that you spoiled my cloth, and I'm actually letting you know that this is what you did, but nothing from you. And as I said that, she just threw her head up like that, and I'm like, okay. And I go to sleep. And the next morning, she comes to my room, hey, mommy, I'm sorry for what happened yesterday. And I'm like, no problem. And immediately I do that, she goes, actually, there's something I would like to tell you. And I'm like, what's that? And she says, I got engaged yesterday. And I'm like, congrats. But a bell rang in my head. Ding, 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 ding. So the girl was not perfect. We were, nobody is perfect. We were managing her. We were really managing her. She does her work like a big woman. She claimed she was 24, maybe 22. But if you see that girl, you will know that she's in her 30s. So we were managing her. You can't really correct them or tell them what to do or show them what to do. She would do the work the way she liked. We were just taking whatever we could get because I was kind of desperate. I need the help. I have clingy baby on my hand that will not let me do anything. Like now, the only reason why I can do this video is because she's sleeping. That's why you see me turning my head just to check on her that she's fine. I literally cannot do anything for myself. So we were managing whatever help we could get, good or bad, we were managing it. So now this girl, it was one thing or the other after that. Disrespect kept piling on. If I'm just the one complaining, they will say, okay, maybe see finish, don't enter, you get. But my husband too was complaining. So that was what we were up to until there was a particular Sunday. She goes to church on Sunday. She'll leave in the morning and come back anytime the spirit leads, at least that Sunday. On this particular day, she went to church and we didn't see her at all the whole day. And at some point, when I had guests, so I didn't even realize what the time was. But when I realized, I started calling her number, she has switched off her number. So I received a text from a strange number, claiming to be the fiancé of, that he told her to do something for him. I should not be angry. She will come back tomorrow morning. So the person I employed cannot let me know that she's not going to be coming back to the house that day. Is the person that she's getting married to, who, by the way, she has not introduced to us. That's the person calling to take excuse. He's not calling to say, I need her to stay, can you allow? He's calling to let us know that she's not going to be coming back today because he said so. So immediately we saw that. I told my husband, this is a red flag, we have to start looking. Immediately my sister sent me some agents numbers and all that, so we started making contacts. The next day she would just come back into the house, and since then it was one attitude or the other until she now goes, the guy wanted to take her to go see his mother, and this time they tell you at the wrongest time without prior information. My first daughter was to resume school the next day, and she just tells me she needs to go, and that was it. And we allowed her. My husband asked, do you still want this job? The way you've been carrying face, with your attitude you've been doing, do you still want the job? She said yes, she still does. Now this is my point. If for any reason they decide that they don't want to work there and they don't feel that they want to discuss or share that reason, I mean, does it not make sense? Is it not only proper that someone that has taken good care of you, you let the person know ahead of time so that I can get somebody to help me? So this girl took 3 days. She asked for 3 days that she would just to go and see the guy's mom and then be back. And then we waited. She left on a Monday. We waited Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fresh was to be back Friday. By Friday, we did not see her. Saturday, we did not see her. Sunday, we didn't see her. By Monday, at that point, we now started getting worried, trying to find out what the issue was. And then we learned that she actually went for introduction, and that the guy was going to pay going to pay bride price and all that, and that was it. She didn't even have plans. From what we learned, she didn't have plans of coming back. I don't know what her plans was with the load she left. So when I heard that, I just went to the room because we were already making arrangements. Immediately we noticed by Friday she was not coming back. We started making calls, intensified calls to get somebody. So I went into the room, packed out her things and dropped them at the gate's house and asked anytime she comes, security man should allow her carry it. And that was the last experience we had. Now we go ahead and somebody brought someone for us. This is the most recent one that just left. So right now I don't have help. They brought this person. She claims she's 30. My husband is like, since we have tried people that are like in their 20s, why don't we try this person? I'm like, it's gonna be a problem. They will not want you to tell them what to do. But he was like, no, let's just try and all that. And I'm like, okay. And then the lady comes. First of all, she does not look 30. She looks way older than 30, maybe 40s or even close to 50s. And then it starts. She has absolutely no idea. She actually opened up that she has never done this work before, but she has been married before. She has been married, so you expect that she'll have some idea on what to do, and you have to tell her everything. And then she gets upset when you tell her what to do. She doesn't want to be told what to do. She has no clue. The constant battle we kept having was teaching her how to unlock the door. No, if you turn her like that, now to lock. Okay. 1, 2. Turn them again, then remove it sideways. No forget, e no go comot if you never turn them sideways. Yes, no turn them full, sideways. Yes, then pull. Turn them sideways well. Small, then pull them. You see? You know. Yeah, pull them. E no hard at all. No, open the hand well. Turn them again. Turn them again. May I see if you don't finish. Then turn them sideways again, as if you want turn them again. Then come out the key. No, come out. I won't make come out the key. No, you dey lock them now. Open them fully. That's to lock. That way is to lock. Turn them again. Then come out key now. No forget. Yes, it must always. Small. She doesn't know how to lock, and I don't know. And she has lived in it. I asked her, do you live in a house with her? She said yes. So I don't know why opening and locking of doors was a problem. That was a constant lesson we were on, and it was one thing or the other. She walks into, just opens my door and enters. That's to her, I'm too small. Do you get? Then when I told her, I said, I don't think it's right for you to walk into my room without entry. Even you are in my house, but still, I knock on your door before entering. And she always has something to say. She goes, if my husband is the one in the room, she will knock, but my own case is different. I don't know what that means. Of which, the only reason why I was instructing her not to enter without knocking is because she had entered the room once. My husband was using the toilet and the toilet door was open. And that's why I had to beg her, kindly knock. And then she retorted back at me that she can knock when my husband is there, but my own case is different. I don't know what that means. So you literally will not correct her for anything. She has something to say and she has something for her defense. So the next thing, when she came to the house, I told her, I don't dish food for anybody. I don't want to hear somewhere that the amount of food I gave you was not enough. I'm starving you, blah, blah, blah. So there's always food in the fridge. There's always food in the house. Whenever you know that, you want to eat, if I have cooked, go and dish. Do you get? But if for some reason I've not cooked, maybe I'm doing school runs or whatever, or I'm so busy and I've not cooked, there's yam, boiled yam, there's stew, warm stew. Do you get? But I will never dish food. I let her know that up front. And she was like, fine. And that's how she stayed. She has been doing. Then for some reason, on a particular day, after scolding her for locking the door, and I couldn't gain access into the house. And of course, she did not hear, she was sleeping. So when she came, I was carrying so much load, I was stressed out. And I was like, what? It's a simple instruction I've given. Learn to, there's a way you lock the door and remove the key so that if I come and I have my own key, I can gain access, And then she retorts back at me. And she's not the one, it's my husband that, practically quarreling with me and all that. And I'm like, why are you the housekeeper if you cannot check these basic things and follow rules that have been set? And then I cooked that day. She didn't join me to do anything. I made soup, vegetable soup, wash bitter leaf, wash the vegetable, wash everything, boiled momo, boiled chicken, did everything. And when I'm done, I warmed the apple, and my husband took his. I said my husband, then mine, I took mine. In short, my husband actually served himself the soup because I was trying to attend to my baby. So he went into the kitchen and he dished his own soup, carried his food. Then when I was done, I took my own food. Then I packed the remaining soup because the soup I made was quite small. So I packed it in takeaways and left them on the table to cool. Then I left her own soup inside the pot. Her own apple, which had been warmed and heated up, was left inside the pot on the gas. And my people of the Lord, this lady ended up packing everything, packed the soup that I left. She even carried my plates for me after I finished eating and washed up. And when I went into the kitchen, she had packed the soup, packed the food, and she had gone to report me that I didn't give her food to eat. When I heard it, I was livid. But there's something I've come to understand with these helps. They can say anything. It's always nice that somebody confirms whatever they say because there is absolutely no truth in their mouth. And this woman, if you see her big Bible, very big Bible, before you call her, are you not going to do your work? She will tell you that she's praying. But lies, her mouth is full of lies. So when my husband let me know that, she just woke up the next morning and said she wanted to leave, she had carried her bag. So when my husband told me that, he called the person who brought her, and she said, the person told me that she said I did not give food to her. And I went into her room. I was like, why did you tell us that I didn't give you food? And she kept quiet. She was shocked. She didn't know that what she said was going to get back to me. Do you understand? I just thought she would just say something in the moment just to paint me back. And I asked her, why would you tell lies, And she didn't say anything, but she was shocked. She didn't know it would get back to me. And that was it. I just told her, pack your things and get out of my house. Her things were already packed. I told her, get out. That's okay if you don't want to work. Why not tell me the truth? Do you get? Because she came for something, and the thing she came for she had realized it. Do you get? I think she came to hustle something in Abuja. So she was hungry and just needed a place to be feeding from, and came here. Now I pursued the thing. I said, get lost from my house now. So, my brothers and sisters in the Lord, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I would genuinely, from the depth of my heart, I want any tips. If I can get tips, maybe if I should change strategy, maybe I'm doing something wrong. We're currently looking for someone, but I think whatever I have been doing has to stop. Am I being too nice? Am I not being wicked enough? Because from the stories I've heard, it's only those who treat them like crap that they stay with. I don't know. So I'm just asking because I really need advice on what I can do, that could actually help to change things. Thank you guys for listening to my rant. Like, seriously, I was just ranting on and on. I actually needed to just onboarding. So thank you for listening to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Kindly let me know what I can do differently. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.